welcome back. It's me, SupremeBaldman. You're probably wondering, what, SupremeBaldman? What are you doing? Are you selling pelts now? Just trying to make it by? You just can't win any more ranked battles, so now you got to sit here and sell things to make a living, get some bronze and silver to make it by? No, that's not what's happening. This is a unit breakdown, and as you already know, this is about Orochis because you probably read the title of the video. So yeah, let's look at the Orochi. Obviously, I have a skin on mine. Also, I apologize if my mic's really loud there. I didn't realize how close I was holding that to my face. It's probably way better with me back here. So yes, anyways, Orochi, here we are. This is our Orochi Samurai. I have the Korean season skin on them. I think they're super cool. Fun unit. Really cool. They look awesome. Their weapon is awesome. Their skills and abilities are neat, like their unit orders. So, let's get started. Disrupting Strike. It disarms enemies on all hits, preventing melee attacks and skills for 0.8 seconds. Charge and movement unaffected. So basically, it just means like they're hitting and then they get like basically 1 second of reprieve. It's all right. Parry. Parries can be used in the interval between attacks. Every successful parry will strengthen the next attack. The more parries the unit performs, the more their attacks will be strengthened. There's no actual like percentage or anything that shows you how often they're going to parry. So I wish I had that information for you, but I don't, and this is about as detailed as it gets. They also have the Swamp keyword, which is increases damage dealt to cavalry by 26% and reduces an attacked cavalry's unit movement speed by 60% for 2 seconds. Some of the units we've already done, like Breton Pikemen and the Halberd Elite, they have Swamp as well. And then because it's Golden Era, this unit's armor is less vulnerable to thermal weapons than other units of the same era. Yeah, so they don't get as affected by it. But if the Siphonary gets some flames on them, they're going to feel it. All right, yeah, so they have 3 formations. They have Dispersed, Block, which is my favorite formation. It basically creates a block formation, exactly how it looks. And then you have the Column formation. It's okay. It's okay. It's nothing that really piques my interest. I may just be using the wrong stuff, but most of the time when I'm playing with the Orochi, I'm trying to get them to attack at the same time. And this is the best formation I've found to get them to stick together. This one kind of puts one person out front and they can get caught out. So, all right. To their unit orders, they have Double Strike. The unit launches 2 advancing attacks in the designated direction. Damage taken from cavalry is reduced by 20% while it's active. And then they have Disrupting Sweep. This attack disrupts the attacks of multiple enemies, interrupting their current actions. All right, so let's talk about these. So Double Strike. It does like 2 lunges forward. So basically they rear up like this and then wham, and then they come back and wham again. And usually you're going to kill heroes. Like if they get caught in it, they'll either die from the first one. And if they don't die from the first one, they're going to die from the second one. And then for Disrupting Sweep, this one, you'll see them on the battlefield. They'll get in, and basically what's going to happen is while they're getting attacked, they're going to start spinning their weapon. They like spin it around and like slash. So it's like a slashing damage thing. It looks really cool. It's hard to say if it's super effective on how it's supposed to work, but it is really cool. So yeah, that's their typical stuff. So let's look at their veterancy. All right, veterancy. I went top tree. This is their Double Strike tree. It's so you can use Double Strike over and over and over and over again as fast as you can. So let's go through it. Piercing damage increased by 6%. Double Strike's damage increased by 30%. And then you get more piercing penetration by 15%. You get another 30% damage dealt to cavalry. You get 9% extra health. You get an extra 6 seconds off of your Double Strike cooldown, which is great because that's just more you can use it. Double Strike now inflicts a drain health effect. Each level increases this effect by 15%. So you get a 45% health drain effect when you use double strike. It's really cool. For the final one of this tree, which is why you're going to use it, cooldown is reduced by 2 seconds for every enemy killed by double strike. So there are times where you're going to push in with Orochi, land that double strike, and then you're going to be able to almost immediately slam double strike again. And that's kind of how Orochi work. It's double strike, get a bunch of kills. I usually activate the disarming sweep and then double strike again. And then by the time that's through, they've either murdered whatever they're in or your unit's dying because of bad placement by either you or it's just unlucky, that type of thing. For the bottom tree that you get 9% extra health. So you've got a total of 9% here and another 9% here, giving you 18%. And then each level increases blocking by 80 points. What I'm assuming from this is that it comes from that parry ability that they have. So you're getting an extra 160, 240. So you're getting an extra 240 block from this. And then disrupting sweep now inflicts a drain health effect. Each level increases this effect by 15%. So it's kind of just like the double strike thing up here where you get the health drain, except you get it with the sweep effect down here. And when you max them out, you only get an extra 1%. Or, well, an extra 15% because you can only put one level into it, which is fine because you want double strike more than anything. And then, yeah, you just move forward extra 6 seconds for sweep. Then you get the 30% sweep damage. And then each level increases maximum amount of health recovered upon a successful block by 5%. And then all attacks disrupt the enemy for 1 additional second. So depending on how you want to play them, most people play the double strike tree from what I've noticed. I tried the bottom tree when I first got them. The issue is getting slashing damage or slashing penetration doctrine on them because your sweep does slashing damage. So I don't know. It just didn't feel anywhere near as effective. But I did enjoy it. But like I said, double strike, the killing potential is just way higher. All right, so let's click out of this. That's their veterancy. So let's look at doctrines. For doctrines, I have reduces damage taken from cavalry when using brace type skills, just because I think it's really important to have them because they go into an automatic brace when they're formed up. And then just because I don't have anything better to put on them, I put the health and slashing defense doctrine 2 on them. Gives them extra 400 points of health each, which is fine. Sure, maybe it's an extra hit they survive. And then the slashing defense 105. Just like I said, I don't have anything better right now. And then I have the epic leadership doctrine. Just makes them easier to take because it makes them 247 leadership instead of 300. Then I have the anti-cavalry, so increases damage versus cavalry by 120 because that's what you want. You don't want to fight cavalry because cavalry are annoying. And if you double strike at the right time, the cavalry's screwed anyways. Next, you have the epic polearm doctrine 1. Increases piercing damage by 80 and increases piercing armor penetration by 120. I don't have anything better. So it's on there, makes them do more damage, especially with double strike. That's why I have it. So yeah, that's their doctrines. We'll click out of that. That's Orochi. So let's move into the training area. I'll kind of show you how they work and what their abilities look like, and then we'll get into the games. So I'll see you in the training area. That's right. We're here. Game 1, Orochi. Let's talk about how to use them. Use some of the stuff we went over in the intro. It's definitely one of my favorite units to use because they're super cool looking. I don't think they do anything super spectacular. Sadly, it's one of those you kind of throw in, try to get as much damage out as possible, and then you usually lose like half the unit if they don't outright kill whatever they're looking at. But also, you know what I don't want? I don't want this siege tower to make it. Are they pushing siege towers yet? I don't feel like they are, but what I'm going to do is use this instead of setting my culverin. Because it looks like, luckily, our teammates are taking cav out there. Let's use this to just keep it shredded. Who knows? Maybe we won't even... Oh. Well, all right, then. I need a way to make sure I can hit both. Huh. Probably gonna be a minute before they even get here. Who knows? Maybe I'll edit this section out and only show when they're actually being used. But then that's no fun because then you don't see how I place them beforehand. So maybe I won't edit it out. Maybe we'll just do it like this. Also, this is a unit I've been looking at getting. The Wu Wei. I think I have them unlocked. I just don't think I have them leveled. I don't know. When I hopped back in the game, back in the spring, I was kind of frustrated with them because they felt really hard to beat. But I don't know. I feel like they don't perform super well right now. Oh, here we go. Yeah, let's just use the Hwacha and start hitting the tower. Oh, they made it. They made it on one of the towers. So I'm just going to go ahead and make sure they don't push this one the rest of the way. You may be wondering, why aren't you moving to that tower already? Well, because I need to protect my Orochi. That's why. What I'll do is I'll tuck them there to at least get them caught up. And let's do this. See if we can't seal the deal on that tower. Come on. Come on. There he goes. Yeah. There we go. We got him safe. So now let's move up. Now we can kind of start looking to use our troops. What do we have? Okay, I see Condottieri Guard. Yeah, we'll wipe them out. Bring our people up. They just use their shock attack ability, so we should be considerably safer. Oh, I did it too early. I thought that was my unit up here. That actually might have just saved my Orochi. So maybe that was lucky. Maybe that was actually lucky that that happened. We don't have a ton of time because they did just activate their, let's make sure we got them. There we go. Double strike. There we go. That's the trick, right? You want to kind of activate it as they're moving in rather than when they're like in. Because you'll notice they reached into the fight without shoving their bodies into it. And now that we know they just used a treb, we can kind of move back up. Activate our double strike again. Whoa, 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 activate it. What are you doing? That was a misclick on my part. I apologize because that's really bad showing. But hey, let's see what they do now that they're kind of stuck in. We got 28. Let's see if we can save these last few to get another decent double strike off. Nah. Dang, that's tough. That's tough. I guess I didn't click it properly. Oh, well, we'll do a double strike with our one person. Yeah. But I will say, holding the enemy team right here is pretty hilarious. I mean, look at this death blob. And we're killing enough heroes to where you're seeing them get swamped and causing units to retreat, which is hilarious. This is one of the parts of Conquerors Blade that's fun about normal sieges, is that you're actually defending the points that most people in ranked wouldn't even bother. So let me actually pull my unit out over here, and I'm going to even try to just defend the supply point. Let's get back using the ghost run, and then we'll sprint out of it. There we go. As we're pulling everything out, then we can actually, you know what? This might be the perfect opportunity down here to use our slingers. Let's do it. I want these to just rack one game. All right, so here we are. This is game 1 of the slingers. I tell you what, let's do it like this. All right, yeah, here we are. We are in game 2. Tried to film last game. You don't even want to know how that went. You don't even want to know? You don't even want to know. Okay, good. This is actually perfect timing. The treb just came in. We'll let it hit. That's perfect timing for something like this. Box them up, box them up, box them up, and now. Whack. Whack. Hit their disrupting sweep. And then double strike into the siege tower. See what I'm saying? All damage. All damage, no breaks. All damage, no breaks. Well. Huh. Huh. Yeah. Yep, that felt about right. That felt about right. So yeah, that was a quick one. So I'll see you in game 3. I'll see you in game 3. Oh, welcome to game 3 for the Orochi. Had to make sure I said it out loud because I'm also filming at the same time for the sling unit. So just had to make sure I had it right. Not many people from our team wanted to guard B, so I just kind of came over here track. And luckily I'm close enough to the bridge. I can always walk back across if I need to. Look at that glow. It's like they got their Sith sabers out. They're ready to kill. Ready to win. Oh, they're knocking. They're knocking at the door. They're knocking at the door. Let's see what happens. Are they gonna come in? I only heard 2 knocks. Did they take their people off? Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna rotate because it looks like A is getting absolutely annihilated. Oh, and it's not. It's not getting absolutely annihilated. But what we... Oh, goodness. Don't come over here yet, Orochi. That was almost dangerous, silly billies. Why'd you do that? Why did you start coming over here? What the heck? Oh, that's a lot of gunners. Yeah, I'm not trying to get shot for no reason. That sounds miserable. No, get off our point. You're being silly billies. That's right, push them in there. Can't wait for this guy to be like, oh my god, look at the Orochi here backwards. And then I just come in and blast them. Yep, here we go. Here we go. Let's go up here. Help our teammate. Oh, more Spartans? Dang. Alright, well, let's push in here. We can at least help here. Catch them before they try to run. There we go. Activate our sweep as well while they're trying to run. And then let's pull them back now that we got our health up. Keep them safe. We're going to keep moving them because them standing still is a problem. So let's go over here and try and help our ranged unit. Activate their double strike. There we go. Took out their hero, so they can't use their ability. Now we're going to turn them around. We're going to double strike them again. Into the Yan Yadao and that hero. There we go. Activate their disrupting sweep. There we go. Cleaning them up. Cleaning them up. Let's pull our guys back. And then we're actually going to go forward again into point. Just to try and disrupt them. We've used them a bunch already, so let's just try and get on point. Maybe we can slot a hero out, activate their disrupting sweep again. Yep, that'll be all she wrote for them. But they did their job for sure. They did their job for sure. So now we're just kind of holding as long as we can on this point. Let that one guy get his double strike in. Nice, look at him go. He's doing great. Oh, dang, they finally got him. But hey, yeah, it's game 3. All right, let's talk about it. Anyways, yeah, so we just got done playing Orochi in our games. As you saw, they do a ton of damage. Sadly, everything right now is super survivable. I think they could combo well with something that could get rid of a shield wall, right? Like, if you played last season, you know that Orochis were one of the few that could counter Spartans because Spartans would walk past and then all you had to do is double strike backwards or use your disrupting sweep. Yeah, there's not much to them other than that. The idea is that you don't hit a shield wall head on, as you saw me do a couple times. But yeah, you don't want to hit a shield wall head on, and this is a shield meta. So I guess maybe now isn't the greatest time to use them, but if you're having fun with them, use them. Use them. That's the whole reason you should be playing this game, is to have fun. If you're playing in the Conquerors Blade League, sure, go hard, play your meta units, really hone in on that, but play this game to have fun. Focus on the joy behind it and bringing the units that you want to bring. I know it feels hard right now to do that. I know it feels like it seems like there's no point to bring units that aren't meta. But hey, do it anyway. Do it anyway. Have fun with it. And that's all I have to say. The Orochis are fun. They're super cool. I appreciate you for stopping by. I'm SupremeBaldman. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.